up, Stoke Meter? Sorry I'm late. I was just finishing up dinner. How's everybody doing? Let's see here. I gotta set up my screen real quick. Alright, people are already talking. What's going on up here? Yes, I do eat really late. Canyon Lake, what's up? Oh, Mikey Marsh, you freaking douchebag, dude. Let's see here. Oh, thanks, Sarah. I just got it today in the mail, actually. It's brand new. Thank you. Oh, Harley. Is this really Harley? Harley Clifford? Freaking wakeboards like a trick skier with really technical, awesome tricks. Like, does 10 tricks a pass, Harley Clifford? Mr. Awesome, crazy contest guy? Let's see here. Yeah, what up, Harley? Let's see. Still riding with Murray. Yes, I am. Me and him actually just got done shredding the gnar not too long ago. I haven't actually ridden in like 4 weeks, so I'm getting back on it. So is Sean. Clipper, I was just in the Portland, Oregon area. I was up there for a boat show for Liquid Force. And then I might be doing Seattle Boat Show, not this weekend, but next weekend. So I don't know if you're from the Northwest, but I'll be up at the Seattle Boat Show most likely next weekend. Johnny, I do not believe I will be at the LA Boat Show, although I'd love to be at the LA Boat Show. I like California a lot, and a really good shop is out of there that I'm that I like to hang out with. So. Yes, Murray is still killing it. I don't. Murray's ridiculous, man. Murray cannot wakeboard for like 4 months and go out and pretty much do just about everything that he's ever done before. It's pretty insane. He's he's uh he's a pretty sick wakeboarder. McNasty, what have I been doing during the cold Florida snap? Not much, man. Like I said, for the past 4 weeks, I actually haven't wakeboarded at all. So, I was down in Key West for a little while, and then I was down in Key West again for a little longer, and then what did I do? Then I went to the boat show and I hung out at my friend's house up in North Carolina, and just got back today. If you can't tell, I'm still kind of finishing off my food from Chipotle. Dinner of champions. Well, actually, I'm not really a champion, so I don't know. Harley, what do you eat for dinner? I should start eating what Harley eats. Joe, Utah Boat Show. I'd love to go, man, but I haven't heard anything from Looking Forward yet about going out that way. I don't have a boat sponsor, so I haven't heard anything from a boat company either. Scott, what's my newest trick? I really don't have a new trick, man. I just got back on the water first time today in 4 weeks, so I'm just kind of getting everything back. I was working on some new tricks before I stopped riding 4 weeks ago, but um, right now I'm just kind of getting back in the swing of things. Shock, I have not seen any frozen iguanas. Russ and Ellie, yeah, what's up? True or false? um, False. I did not think that the grocery store in Harrisburg, Arkansas, would have spare magazines for my Springfield 40. It's good to see you guys. The oh man, McDonough's. I'm apologize. I probably just slaughtered your last name. Can't pronounce it. Yeah, shock. A grocery store seriously had magazines. It was awesome. Gun magazines that you put into a gun. Gun magazines. Mikey Marsh. What place sucks, Mikey? Quit being such a hater. Seems that you're always eating. Yep, I do eat a lot. Well, I'm a huge fan of Chipotle. Um, Somebody should take a screenshot of this and send it to him. Did you guys get that? McNasty, nope, I didn't kill any ducks with my XD. I actually didn't even get to shoot it. Awesome story there, by the way. I usually travel, well, don't usually travel, but this instance, I was invited by the man, I can't say it, anyway, Russ and Eli, those are the people that invited me. Russ, primarily, because Ellie, sorry, Ellie is his daughter. But anyway, Russ invited me and Sean Murray and Travis Moy to come out to their woods cabin. Their cabin is more of a freaking mansion that has like 20 rooms, and it's enormous. And so anyway, we go out there to go duck hunting with these people. Um, Nicest people in the world. Russ, thanks for the hookup, man. That was an awesome time. But anyway, so go out there, and I was like, hey, might as well bring my handgun with me just to get some practice. They have a lot of land, I'm sure I can. I'm sure I can expend a couple rounds and practice my handgun skills. So I carry my gun bag to the airport. Obviously, I declare that I have a weapon. I declare that I have ammunition, and my gun's locked and everything. Declare it all. Well, I make the mistake of taking my gun out of my gun bag and putting it in with my suitcase that has all my ammunition and everything, and all that's left in my gun bag is um, holsters, like sunglass, like eye protection, ear protection, belts, gloves, just like all the accessories that you'd need for shooting. There's no actual gun, there's no actual ammunition, but there were magazines, like magazines that hold ammunition, but the magazines weren't full, like they were empty, so there was no actual ammunition inside the magazines. Well, I had 6 of those, and those were in my gun bag, and I only owned 6. And magazines like a Springfield XD 40 magazine is like $30, so I had a lot of money worth of magazines. So I make the mistake of going through security. I thought about it before I went through security, and was like, hey, like there's 6 empty magazines in here. They're just magazines, there's no ammunition or anything like that. So I go through security. Um, the TSA agent starts looking at the screen all crazy, like calls like 2 other people over. And I'm like, yeah, for sure, they're probably looking at my magazines. I was like, hey, there's magazines in there, they're unloaded. I have no ammunition, I have no firearm. Feel free to search it. And they look over at me all like just suspicious. And so they pull the bag out and they're like, ask me what I just told them they could do. And they're like, hey, can we search your bag? Of course, I'm like, all right, yeah, sure. Super respectful the whole time. So they walk over to the little table, and this has happened to me before, like, just random, hey, can we search your bag? Sure, whatever. So they search my bag, and before they start searching it, they go, hey, just let you know, you cannot reach over this table. You can't make any movement towards this table while we're searching this bag. I was like, whoa, okay, like, I've never heard them say that before, so I was like, yeah, sure, okay, fine. So they start opening up the bag, and they go straight to the pouch where all the magazines are, and they pull out the magazines. I'm like, oh yeah, like those are all magazines for my gun. They're all unloaded. Like, is that the problem? And he's like, yeah, that's the problem. I was like, all right. I was like, what's the deal? He's like, well, you can't carry any gun parts through a security checkpoint. I was like, gun parts? Okay, like what? Like a barrel of a gun, like like all the things that you would need to actual shoot a gun. Like, I had 6 magazines in my bag, like as if I was trying to sneak on 6 magazines and then like build a gun. Like I had nothing to build a gun with. So I got busted for that. They took all 6 of my magazines. I had to be interviewed by the police and the FBI over the phone, luckily. But I missed my flight and I had to get on another one. So yeah. Moral of the story is don't try to go through a security checkpoint with magazines. And then come to find out, like a couple weeks later, JD Webb tells me that he accidentally went through security with a 45 round in his pocket. That's an actual explosive. And they did nothing but confiscate it and be like, oh, hey, yeah, you're not supposed to do that. Don't carry that through security. Little slap on the wrist. Like, and I get freaking busted, and now I have like an FBI file probably. Awesome. Russ and Ellie. Ellie probably couldn't pronounce my last name. Nice. Sounds McDonough. Yes, okay, McDonough. I apologize for slaughtering your guys' last name. But anyway, thanks for the duck hunting trip. I was able to finally make it out there, even though my magazines got confiscated, and I was actually able to buy a magazine at a grocery store while I was there. Pretty impressive. Moto. I don't know. I was just at the Portland Boat Show and I sold. Uh, I personally sold 4 or 5 of my pro models at the Portland, Oregon Boat Show. So that was pretty good for one boat show. I mean, to sell one of your pro model boards is pretty good. And so I sold 4 or 5. So I was really happy. K Dog, big fan. Thanks, man. Oh, thanks, man. I appreciate it. I don't. Oh, Knoxville. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Man, it was really rough there. Um, I was just happy that I stood up 2 passes, but yeah, I don't really remember if I really got hosed or not at Knoxville. But thanks anyways, bud. Yeah, Reed. They told, dude, you know for a fact that they aren't gonna take like 640 cal SD magazines and go destroy them. Like, dude, they for sure kept those things. So if I ever see anybody with my initials on the bottom of them, or on, because I initial all of my magazines KL1, KL2, KL3. So if I ever see anybody with a 40 walking around in the Orlando airport with KL1 or KL2 on it, I'm gonna be a little pissed. JD is a shooter as well, Reed. Have I seen the book of Eli? I have not. Oakley's are in a lot of movies though. X-Men, a lot of other movies too. How does Arkansas charge for magazines? I don't know what that means. Like, are you asking how much were they? Because they're about the same price as if you were to buy them here. What up, DFTR Josh? Who is that? Who are you? Do you still have the cool little dog? I do have the cool little dog, smiley face. Emma is her name. Oh man, Avi. I'm sorry if I ruined that name as well. But anyway, competitions have never really been something that I really enjoy. So to focus more on it, I don't know. But I wouldn't mind like riding in some more competitions, and I wouldn't mind not looking like a fool. So I'll probably work on creating some kind of a run before competitions. So yeah, I'll probably do a couple contests this year, a little bit more than I did last year, I hope. Gordon, do not have back nines down. Yeah, Johnny, I would be pumped to ride for Axis. Yeah, I'd be pretty pumped, man. Randall holding it down on the West Coast, and if I were to sign with him, me to be riding for him on the East Coast, it would be pretty sick, dude. So I don't know. I'm keeping my fingers crossed. I talked to them this fall, and they sounded, that they sounded like they were interested, but I still haven't heard anything yet from them this year. I mean, granted, we're 2 weeks, a little bit more so into this year, but I still haven't heard anything. I'm hoping something happens. pretty soon here because I need it to. K-Dog, I'm jumping in between the oil rigs and the new fuel cells. Fuel cells brand new by Oakley. It just came out this year. Yeah, K-Dog. Actually, Adam McCall is the person who I talked to on the phone. And like I said, they did sound interested, but I just haven't heard anything yet from them. I think everybody's struggling right now. Mikey. Does my boat have a name? No. No, I don't think so. Mikey, didn't we have a name for my old boat? What was that? I had some named my old boat something. We should just give that to my new boat's name. Oh, Abu Dhabi? No, you're talking about Dubai. I got third in Dubai, but that was just a double up contest. That was a very that's a different contest. Like I tend to do pretty decent at like the different formatted contests, like Blacktop Oasis a couple years ago. I won that. Like Wake Stock a couple years ago, I got third for the rail contest, and then Abu Dhabi or Dubai, sorry, I got third there. So I was pretty pumped. Tend to do pretty decent at those kind of contests. Right on, Josh. Adam, am I working on any new movies? Right now, not really. I have some ideas for some video stuff that I would like to talk to my buddy from the Wake Place about. McNasty, I am not watching 24. I think my buddy's playing Call of Duty down the hallway, so maybe that's what you guys are hearing. What's my favorite place to ride? Orlando. The lake that I ride on most of the time is Sean Murray's lake, and then I live on a lake, but actually I don't ride on it that much um, I don't. David, hat to the side, looking like a fool with your pants on the ground. I don't think that was me, but I don't really know what you're talking about. How's COD going? It's good, man. I cannot get into playing any games on the computer. I can't do that. Call of Duty's fun. I haven't played it, and actually, I haven't played Call of Duty in a while, but Josh, yeah, I do talk to Batman and Yuki. Actually, Yuki's coming in February, the middle of February. I'm picking him up from the airport. He's staying with me. And Batman got his own place, and he got married. They have a dog. I know, kind of weird. Apparently, Japanese people produce dogs. Batman is Atsuru Suzuki from Japan. And when I first ever met Atsuru Suzuki, I could not remember his name, so I nicknamed him Batman, and it's stuck ever since. Hold on. I'm going to call my roommate, who is just down the hallway from me, and tell him to turn his freaking TV down because it's ridiculously loud.
Hello?
Hey, what are you doing?
Playing Call of Duty.
Oh, really? I couldn't hear it.
I shut the door.
Oh, really?
Really? What are you doing?
Turn your volume down.
Fine, doucher.
I will kick you out of my house.
I hate you.
Peace out. Freaking idiot. Matt Rollerson. Anyway. Oh, K-Dog, cool, yeah. Did I ride doubles with you? I'm guessing I did. But yeah, riding doubles is a very fun and easy way to teach new people to wakeboard. It's a nice little trick. Sean Murray does it a lot at his camp, so I kind of picked up on that. Yes, the roommate is the person who was interviewed on the John Jeffries show, Matt Rollerson, little cable rat. No, Mikey Marsh, it is not your old TV. Your old TV has a huge, humongous jet pilot sticker on it, so it's actually sitting on the ground. How many planning on to Wakestock this year? Adam, I hope so, man. Wakestock's a good time. I was not able to make it up last year, unfortunately, but um, Wakestock's usually always a really, really good time. I guess they have it at a new location, and not quite sure where it is, but um, yeah, I'm not too sure the details on it, but I'd love to make it up to Wakestock. Wakestock, like I said, is always a good time. Those people up there, the event coordinators they do a really good job. They brought in Social D last year, and I missed it. I was so bummed. Social D is like my favorite band of all time. So, of course, one of the couple years that I missed Wakestock, and they have Social D there. McNasty, I did not go to Lake Brantley High School. I went to West Orange High School in Windermere, Florida, or I guess it's Winter Garden. What's it like training with Sean Murray? We just wakeboard. I don't really consider it training, but it's awesome, man. Sean is like one of my best friends, so riding with him and hanging out with him is really, really cool. Uh, nah, sorry, Matt. Oh man, you're handing out phone numbers on the internet, dude. That's not cool. Mikey, call that number. Pretend it's me. If I don't want to use my number, you can link in the call. That's alright, Mo. You saw me at the Portland tour stop, Blue Lake, with a smoking hottie. Are you still? No, sorry, Wild Eyes, that wasn't me. You didn't see me at the Portland tour stop with a smoking hottie. I haven't been to Portland for any contest since like 2003, I think, 2003 or 2004. I haven't been up there in a really long time. Matt from Richmond. K Dog, knees are good, man. Thanks for asking. Knock on wood. Do I have a new girlfriend? Not a girlfriend. A girl that I'm a friend with. No, no girlfriend. Do you know Dan Donahue? O'Donohue. It sounds really familiar. So what's everybody up to? Is it still freezing where everybody is? I'm assuming so since it's January, dead of the winter. Oh, Muskoka rider, eh? How you going? Good. Oh, that's Australian. Damn it. Florida, no, not freezing here anymore. Today was like 70. Man, what was today? 75 at least. It was awesome. I got off a plane and went straight to the lake and rode. Like I said, I haven't ridden in 4 weeks, so it was fun to get back out on the water again. Tomorrow's supposed to be like 82 or something like that, so I'll be riding all day tomorrow. Oh no way, 60s in Knox Vegas, huh? Nice. Mikey, Mikey, what's the temperature up there? When's the last time it snowed? It wasn't that long ago, huh? You should go to freaking Wachusett Mountain, dude, and go freaking snowboarding, dude. Go freaking shred the night, dude. Uh, Acer, what's the temperature I stop riding at? Um, anything below 70, usually. I know. From where I grew up, it's like 50s. Oh man, it was go time. even high 40s, uh, that we considered that wakeboardable. But no, I'm a Florida resident now. Anything below 70, and we're like, yeah, we probably shouldn't wakeboard today. Today's probably God's telling us to take a day off today. 60, yeah, a little cold. We'll give ourselves a break. That's how it works in Florida. Joey got a lot of friends in Hiawassee. Nice. Florida is good. Or Orlando is good. Uh, a few days ago, it's like threes. No thanks. Um, let's see. DFTR Josh. What's the coldest I've ever ridden? 1 week after the ice went out on my lake, I got out and started wakeboarding when I lived in Massachusetts. So the water temperature slightly above freezing, and it, I think it had snowed like the day, like a couple days before that or something like that. But like it was probably like very low 50s or something like that. The water, like I said, was just above freezing, so it was pretty cold. I don't think I would ever do that again, ever. But yeah, I'm pretty sure that you and I have ridden in some pretty cold water together. Never ridden when it was snowing out though. I've never done that. McNasty. There are some pretty decent places to ride in South Florida. I don't really know of any of them, but I mean, I hear a lot of different places that people ride down there. Like, dude, honestly, pay for like a little Cessna to take you up in the air and just look at all the lakes, man. Like, there are so many lakes in Florida, it's ridiculous. So, uh, so you were a vest? What? Wild Eyes. I'm riding with Sean tomorrow. And probably Matt, my housemate. Oh yeah, Acer saw the story on Chad Sharp. Yeah, that's pretty gnarly. Hey, Riddick, that's funny that you say that. If air plus water equals 100, you're good to go. Yeah, my dad actually, my dad is like a water or used to be a water skier and stuff like that. But he said the exact same thing. Like if water was a certain temperature and the air was a certain temperature and it equaled 100 or more, then it was good to go. I haven't heard anybody else use that. Wakeboard New Zealand, thanks for the update, buddy. I've actually got one in the mail on its way to me right now. But yeah, I love the time tank, man. This thing's pretty badass. New 12 gauge is sick though. I got the all matte black one coming my way, so we're working on any new wake movies. Nope, not right now, Ryan. Adam, I think that story of Chad's like near drowning accident because he wasn't wearing a life jacket is on Wake World, I think. Acer, how old is this watch? This watch probably 3 years old now. I got it like before it came out, so this is one of the first ones ever. The Oakley watch is pretty dependable. Yeah, I've had this one for 3 years and never had to replace a battery, and it keeps time awesome. What's my favorite color? Black. What's up, Shiloh? Want a shot of wheatgrass? Why? Because I can be sober and vomit? What kind of dog do I have? What kind of dog do I have? I got a really little dog. A 5 pound dog to be exact. It's a Papillon. It's a man's dog. You know. Don, it is not true that I'm engaged to be married. Saw you were engaged on someone's blog. Oh, I'm sure. No, not engaged to be married. I'm not engaged to be married, but my fiance is actually engaged. Yeah. Come on, de facto. Nick, how many times have I hurt my knees? Seriously, twice. Once on each. I've blown out my ACL on my left knee, my ACL on my right knee. I've had both of them reconstructed. Um, but that's knock on wood. Those are the only real serious injuries that I've had with my knees. I remember a long time ago, before I ever blew out a knee, I like hyperextended my left knee on the takeoff uh, of like some, I think it was a big tantrum, or I don't know, something like that. But hyperextended my knee on the takeoff of a wake, and that was really scary. That was like back in 2000 or something like that. But those are really the only knee issues I've ever really had. Knock on wood. Hopefully, no more knee injuries are in my future. I hope. Bebo, it is true that I have a hole in my knee. If you'd like to see it, I'll give you guys a 10-second look at it. It's pretty impressive. There you go. That's where that's where your screw goes for your new ACL, and my body didn't like it, and it unscrewed an inch-long screw out of my knee by itself. Pretty impressive. Yeah, that's what I had, McNasty. Typically, if you blow out your ACL, you damage your meniscus as well, so I had both of that. Nick, my head is wood. Yes. What rope length speed do I ride at? Really long and pretty fast. Any plans to head down to New Zealand? Nope. None right now. I'd like to go. I've never been there, but no plans as of right now. I appreciate it though. Wakeboard New Zealand. Wild Eyes. Zane Schwank accused you of stealing his hairstyle. Man, when I first met Zane, he didn't have spiky hair, but I mean, I could be wrong. Uh, you know. Ooh, yeah, Zane's shoulder is pretty gnarly. He's got like a what a separation or category 3 separation or something like that, and he's got like this crazy thing poking out of his shoulder. It's pretty gnarly. I don't know if I'd want that, but it doesn't seem to hinder him at all, so that's awesome. As long as it doesn't hurt to wakeboard, I guess you really don't need to take care of it. Yeah. Bebo, yes. Kind of like Wolverine. I would agree with you there. um, yeah, man, it was pretty gnarly. My body rejected, like I said, an inch long screw out of my knee all by itself. It was pretty crazy. It's amazing what the human body can do when it has something foreign in it. Yeah, Adam, possibly, man. Dude, for sure, Russ. That was a great time, man. Thanks again for the invite over there. That was awesome. I'd love to make it out there again. James, any KGB advice? Are you doing it wrapped or handle pass? Um, Bebo, Russ is the father and Ellie is the daughter. But yeah, that's the family that put us up out there in Arkansas. It was pretty awesome. um, Rel, what's up, buddy? Well, first of all, welcome to wakeboarding. I hope you enjoy it. The secret to wake jump, man. It really depends on what kind of board you're riding. If you're not riding a Keith Lyman Pro model, you'll probably never get it. Also, I'm just kidding. That's not true. But some boards are better than others. And the Keith Lyman Pro model not only looks awesome, but it'll help you out with your wakeboarding. And that's by Liquid Force. And those are the two new ones. I don't have the small one yet, but that's last year's small one. Anyway, enough of the sales pitch. Secret to wake jump, man. A lot of it just has to do with time on the water. Make sure you have a good board. If you're not used to riding a board sideways, if you're not used to riding a wakeboard, get something that has a lot of traction. Get something that has a center fin. It'll teach you to lock in that tail and ride sideways. A lot of it is edge control and handle position, and that attributes to having good body position. So, like I said, the more time you can get on the water, the better off you are. Develop a really strong heel side edge by cutting away from the boat. Uh, That'll help you with your edge, and the way you cut away from the boat is exactly how you want to cut into the wakes. Um, and once you're doing that, it's kind of wakeboarding is a lot of trial and error. Don't absorb the wake, but at the same time, don't try to like jump all crazy off the wake either. Just resist the wake. Just come into the wake. Give yourself like just stand tall at the top. Feel that pop, and go a little harder at it every single time. And just really make sure that you control the handle. Keep that handle, not far out, not too far in, but right in the middle, and keep it right at your hips, and you'll get it, man. But yeah, just keep working on it. If you guys can afford it, try looking into some wakeboard camps down here in Florida. They'll help you progress really quickly. So, oh, and by the way, if anybody is considering doing a school this springtime, I might have something going on this spring that will be aired. So keep an eye out for that. I'll probably launch it on my website as well as the camp that I'm might be associated with. So keep an eye out for that. Hopefully you guys will be interested and come down for that. Get to ride with me, and I'll coach you guys for a week. It'll be select dates, so just keep your eyes out. Adam, what was it like hitting the rail and push process? It was pretty awesome. I had that I had that thought in my head for a really long time that I wanted to do something like that, and Oakley finally made it happen for me, and it was awesome. It was just like how I imagined it in my mind. Pat Panakos, I told him exactly what I wanted to do, and he built exactly what I had envisioned in my brain, and it couldn't have turned out any better. So I was really pumped on it. It was really fun, but also very scary too. So Charlie had a great time this weekend. Nice. I'm thinking that I'm guessing you are from the Portland Boat Show, right? Handle pass, but I would try it wrapped if it were. Yeah, James. Handle. Some people say handle pass KGBs are easier. Other people say, or some people say wrap KGBs are easier. Other people say handle pass KGBs are easier. Um, you know, it really, it, to me, they're kind of two different tricks because a wrapped KGB, your edge control off the top of the wake is a little different than a handle pass. I learned them wrapped first, and then I learned handle pass. But try them wrapped if you can, if you don't feel too uncomfortable with that. But to learning a handle pass KGB, all you have to do is develop a really good wake to wake handle pass roll the blind, early handle pass roll the blind. If you can get those, if you can do handle pass roll the blinds, wake to wake, just think about going a little bit bigger with it. Not up, well up a little bit, but mainly out, like out into the flats just a little bit. And that will allow you to get more line tension. Sorry, that'll allow you to get more line tension, so that when you pass the handle, as soon as you pass the handle, you'll feel that line tension. You can pull your chest back around to the boat. Just keep looking for the boat the entire time. Uh, what happened to the Enon? I loved that board. The Enon is still here. He's got a new shape for this year, actually. So it hasn't gone anywhere. Ace of spades. Pit bosses are awesome. Yes, those things are sick. Let's see, Wild Eyes. They did a study. Doctors push knee surgeries to make money. They mess up to look at the screw that fell out your leg and Parks's infections. Wild Eyes. I'm pretty sure doctors don't do anything. What I think you're saying is that doctors screw up knees surgery so that they can make money. No, I don't think they do that, because if they did do that, they would be sued. And a lot of people sue doctors. And if I, for some reason, thought that my doctor screwed up my knee, which he almost did, but he didn't, I just have a hole in it. Luckily, my ACL was fine. I probably would have considered suing him since it was my livelihood. And I'm not a type of person that promotes lawsuits. But yeah, I'm pretty sure doctors do not mess up knees to try to get money. If they do, it's not a smart idea. Rel, is it Rel or is it Real? Rel? Sorry. What camp that will be coming soon, man. Like I said, I don't want to say anything before it's finalized, but that'll be coming soon. What's my favorite sport to watch besides wakeboarding? Um, Man, I would probably have to say slope style snowboarding. I mean, half pipe's pretty cool and stuff, but it just kind of seems the same to me. It looks pretty repetitive. But I really, really enjoy watching slope style snowboarding. I mean, their crowds aren't as big as half pipes is, but I mean, um, I would way rather watch that on television. I'd love to see wakeboarding kind of go with something like that. The crowds might not be as big, but the TV show is awesome, and like I would way rather watch that any day than anything else. Hey, thanks, Adam. Appreciate it, man. Um, yeah, I was pretty pumped to have that happen for sure. So I'd like to try to get that thing back up and built again. So Grant, what is my favorite boat? I can give a pretty non-biased opinion since I don't have a boat sponsor, but my favorite boats are, in no particular order, a really loaded Malibu 23 footer, or a 24 footer, or a 21 and a half footer. All three of those boats are amazing. Um, as well as a really loaded down X Star, and actually, or Mastercraft's X15, I think it is, has a really sick wake behind it too. And then Nautique's 230 or 236, I think it's the same boat. Axis, their wake is awesome. For such a price point boat, I mean, they have an awesome engine and a really good wake. So um, I've only gotten the chance to ride behind Randall's boat like twice, and I was a huge fan of the wake and the boat itself. So that was cool. What other boats? I think those are my top favorites for sure. Will I ever do a Stoke Mirror show where you are being filmed riding? We kind of did something like that, right, Mo? We did something like that. What was it, during Surf Expo? Is that right? Weren't we broadcasting live from the boat? I think that was the deal. If not, those videos are up on the internet somewhere. Mm, do I ever see Dallas at Sports Pacific? I do not. Ace of Spades. Yeah, that day when me and Murray were out riding. That's up on the internet, right? Is that on YouTube or something, or is that on Stoke Mirror? What happened to Dallas? I don't know what happened in Dallas. I think she's fine. Yeah, I know she's still right. I think she won the tour last year, didn't she? There you go. YouTube. Yeah, there you go. Thanks, Mo. Ace of Spades. Hmm. You're very sneaky, aren't you? Um, Maybe I did receive something from Oakley. I receive something from Oakley all the time. So hey, where is everybody from tonight? Rel, I'm not sure, man. I don't want to comment on anything that is you know that I shouldn't be commenting on. But if cancer is a pretty serious situation, and if that's true, then I would hope everybody here would be praying and hoping that he beats it. So good luck to him if that's true. Ottawa, Canada. Yeah, Ottawa. Houston, nice. Is it warm in Houston right now? Yeah, Ace of Spades. Actually, it is kind of like Christmas. It actually kind of makes Christmas not as cool. SoCal, what's up? No, Mo. I do not dip at all. Apparently, that's the cool thing to do in wakeboarding nowadays, and I don't want to be cool, so I don't do it. What up, NorCal? Knoxville, nice. Washington State might be up there this not this next weekend, but the weekend after for their boat show. New Zealand, I mate. What time is it in New Zealand right now? It's like was it like 13-hour difference or something? Richmond, Virginia. Ever been to Lake Lake California? Is that what you're asking me? Augusta, Georgia, epic fail. Lake Carolyn. Don't know about Lake Carolyn. Yeah, Mississippi or Lake Anna. I don't think so. 3:51 p.m. Nice. And it's what the 21st there, right? Yeah, Thursday. Nice. Oh, Ace of Spades. Look at you doing your work, huh? Hmm. Yeah. I didn't realize that it was made public, but yes, Dallas's brother unfortunately does have cancer. So um, yeah, hopefully everybody, if you're spiritual, hopefully everybody's praying for him to make a recovery from that. So I wouldn't wish that upon you know anybody. That would suck. So hopefully, hopefully the doctors and modern technology can help him out and heal him. That would be awesome. Wild Eyes, what is my prediction? Who will take the tour title in 2010 for guys or girls? For guys, I'm gonna say it's gonna be close between Rathy, probably Jimmy LaRich, and who else? I'm not sure who else. It'd be awesome to see Danny make a comeback. That would be awesome. Danny Harf, that would be sick. Johnny DeFacto, nope, don't watch Supercross. Let's see. My favorite rider and my influences early on. My favorite rider is and or was and still is Randall Harris, and then my like the big influences for me coming up was Shane Bonifay before he went gangster. Randall Harris, Parks, obviously. Let's see who, Matt Staker, um, Chase Hefner, Murray. I had a lot of people that I was really big fans of watching ride, and I kind of feel like all of those different styles and mindsets kind of influenced me and kind of built me who I am today. I mean, obviously I'm my own person, but all those people were really influential in their day, and I think in my eyes they still are real influential people. Like for the kind of style that they had back in the day and the stuff that they were doing, it's pretty sick. So, how did I get into wakeboarding? I kind of grew up around water skiing and water sports. My mom and my dad met through water skiing. And growing up, I never was really all that into it. I like playing team sports like soccer and stuff like that. And then I saw wakeboard on TV one day and said I wanted to try that, and so I did, and I loved it and haven't stopped. So, CE. Any thoughts on what the best tactical weapon or would be? I'm not really sure, man. I I actually have to ask my buddies about that kind of stuff. I'm not really any expert on guns or anything like that. Although I do like to shoot them a lot. Apparently, Smith and Wesson I think makes a really good VTAC gun. I've heard that thing's really dope. Shane, yo, for real, like freak that. Well, if anybody's gangster, Shane's totally gangster. I don't know. Maybe it is Shane. But I mean, anybody who bought has anybody seen Shane's new car? He's got like what is it? It's some old school white car with like 20-inch rims and like all black limo tinted like windows and stuff. It's sick, dude. Like, dude, I'm a huge if that is Shane. I'm pretty sure it's not, but I'm a pretty big Shane Bonifay fan. He's a funny kid. But I remember the Shane Bonifay that was all punk rock and no effects and like all punk rock Shane Bonifay, and then somewhere he turned hood. Not to say that's a good or a bad thing, but Shane Bonifay I would classify as hood. Where's my favorite place to ride? Not in Orlando. Man, that's a really big toss up between uh, Lake Elsinore, or not Lake Elsinore, Canyon Lake, California, um, North Carolina at my buddy's place, or Texas. There's a bunch of places in Texas that I really like riding at. So, uh, how old how old were you at your first invert? Wasn't shortly after I started wakeboarding. It was like 14 or something like that. Uh, is that what he's got? 62 Lincoln Continental? Yeah, thing's sick. It looks good, man. It's totally Shane Boniface D's for sure. Wild eyes. How do I think Randy Harris is going to look when he's 75 years old with all those tats? Probably just as intimidating as he looks right now. Who was my first sponsor? Well, man, first paying sponsor would have been Tiger Boats. But like first ever like hookup was through a board shop up in New Hampshire, Epsom, New Hampshire, called McCallum's Boat Shop. They used to sell Tigers and Hyperlights and stuff like that, and they were the first people to really hook me up back in the day. So that was my first, I guess, yeah, like I said, hookup or whatever. Ace of Spades? No, I was talking about an actual. If you go onto Smith and Wesson's website, It would be under police and military uh, carbines. I met Shane the first time. He was 16 and was so pumped to get a PT Cruiser, and Nick Weinerker was his coach. Yes, I used to ride with them in the summers. No way, Josh, that's crazy. Yeah, when I first started wakeboarding, or the second year I started wakeboarding, I went down to the Boniface Ski School. Nick Weinerker was the coach of the camp, and he was like the one who helped me out a lot and taught me a lot of stuff. And Shane had just gotten that PT Cruiser, or was just about to get it, so that was all the same time like that I was there. Um, but yeah, like dude, Shane's always been like that though. Shane's always kind of been like into like the old. I think Shane got that PT Cruiser, although I think maybe he's a little bummed that I got it now. But I think the reason why I got it back in the day is because it kind of reminded him of like some old school car, and I like that, man. Like all the cars and like social distortion videos and stuff like that. I love cars like that. So Shane's car's pretty dope. But I think that's why I got that PT Cruiser. But yeah, that was all the same time that I was down there. I was down there like April of that year. I think that was, what was that, 98 or 99 or something like that. Uh-oh. What is happening here? My computer went crazy. What? All right. If this is really Shane Bonifay on here right now, I don't think I have his phone number. But send me a text if this is really you. Because if you're on my show, that's pretty cool, man. Because you're one of my inspirations when I was coming up. There you go, Wild Eyes. Shane B is cool. Man, a lot of people pretend on this. A lot of people can't pretend on this CE. So I'll confirm it if that's Shane or not. If he sends me a text. Right now, I think it's a faker. Come on, bro. Yeah, faker. Oh, good question, Ace of Spades. Yeah, Nick is a cool kid. He's got a kid, or he's got a baby now. He's a daddy. I'm sure you probably knew that, but Adam, do I have any tips for you landing your first invert? What invert are you working on, bud? I mean, some of the easiest ones, I'm sure you probably already know this, and you're probably working on one of them, but back roll tantrum. Some people actually try toe side backwards before anything, but which one are you working on? Or have you yet to try one? Speaker. Yeah, I did ride Shane's board. That was one of my favorite boards. I actually shaped my pro model off of his and the trip and what else? Like some of the characteristics of the Watsons. But yeah, Shane's board is awesome, man. I love that thing. I used to rock that for a little while before Liquid wouldn't let me ride it anymore, and then I shaped my board. So, yeah, Shane's board was sick. That whiteboard, it was what year was that? 2006, I think. The one with the picture frame on it. It was awesome. My favorite board back then. Salt Lake, man, you kidding me? It's a faker, I'm telling you. I'm telling you. Liquid Force team with transits. Yep. And then I started rocking the team after the Shane. And then the trip was after that. Yeah, I'm 13. I'm trying to do the same thing. All right. Hey, Grant, and I'm not sure who the other person was. Uh, Asking about first inverts, but yeah, typically for you guys working on new or for your first ever invert, back rolls and tantrums are generally going to be the easiest. Um, Man, you really got to kind of have a real good solid wake jump down. It's really hard for somebody just to like kind of tell you over the internet what you need to do if they haven't ever seen you ride because you could have a horrible wake jump. Ooh, hold on. We're gonna find out this is Shane. Nope, not Shane. Mikey Marsh sending me pictures, probably of bad things that I don't need on my phone. Anyway, what was I gonna say? Yeah. So first time invert people, get a really good wake jump down. Make sure that you have wake jumps dialed. You know, make sure that you have 180s. You know, just all the basic stuff. 180s, grabs, all that stuff down. Tantrums. Uh, it took me a really long time to land a back roll, and when I finally did, obviously I was pumped. And then the next thing was, all right, let's try a tantrum, and I probably did maybe like 40 or 50 back rolls before I actually landed one, and then I landed my third tantrum, or I landed my tantrum the third time I ever tried it. So some people pick up a tantrum real quick, other people pick up back rolls real quick. Um, but anyway, for a back roll, it's a lot about handle control and edge control. You want to keep the handle as close to your front hip as possible. And as you get into the trough of the wake, think about kind of cutting a little bit harder and really loading that line and kind of getting your hips and the board away from the boat. And as soon as that board releases from the water, the closer your hand or the handle is to your front, to your lead hip. So if you're left foot forward, the closer the handle is to your left hip, or vice versa if you're right foot forward, the quicker you're gonna flip. So that's the back roll. For me, it was so hard to figure out keeping that handle close. I had the hardest time with that. For a tantrum, it came a lot easier because you really don't need to keep that handle in super close. It's a trip trick, so you get out nice and wide. You come in on a pretty good edge, like you're gonna jump wake to trough, not wake to wake, but wake to trough, like a little further than wake to wake. And just as you get into the bottom of the wake, you just flatten off. You hit the wake and throw your head straight back. It's pretty much like a tantrum. So, or I mean, pretty much like a backflip on a trampoline. So, um, you know, just try it either way. I was lucky enough for those two tricks to be at a camp, and the camp kind of helped me get the base. Actually, the Boniface Ski School, they helped me get that base so that way I could go back and teach myself, a bunch of other stuff because the fundamentals will really help you and everything else. So if you guys can get to a camp this spring, I recommend you do it. If you can't, then if you can't, then uh, you know, go out and buy some instructional videos. Detention, Sean Murray's Detention. It's great. Let's see. Hold on. Shane, man, got a new phone. Text me your number. What's is your number? What the, Mikey? Really? Come on, dude. See, Shane, is your number still the same? Let's see here. Robin, what's up? Good to see you too. Oh, I guess I don't really see you, but good to see your text too. I'm guessing that this is um, uh, just Robin, right? I can't call you by the last name anymore. Jacob and Eddie's mom. K-Dog, I am not sponsored by XL Wetsuits. They did not renew my contract over a year ago now. So I do not ride for them. I don't have a wetsuit sponsor. K-Dog, yeah, Vandal's big win in Mexico. I don't know too much about it. I mean, I've heard about it. That's pretty sick for him, man. Congrats to Randall. Wild Eyes. What's my go-to trick to impress the ladies in the boat or on the dock? Just a big crypt, you know? Who doesn't like that? It's the Superman. Alright, Josh. Ah, thanks, Robin. Got my bat. Ah, Shane, you're a faker, man. I don't think this is a real SB. Screw Excel. Thanks, K-Dog. See you, Robin. See here. Yeah, Shane. Whoever's pretending to be Shane Bonifay on this. I got a text from the real Shane Bonifay just now saying, "Call him out for me. It's definitely not me." All right, everybody. Anybody's got any more questions? Any of those kids working on some new inverts? If you got any questions, hit me up right now, man. I'm about to jump off here in a couple minutes, so anybody got any questions about just anything wakeboarding or wakeboarding related or anything like that? Now's the time to write it in because I got about maybe 5 more minutes before I jump off. Josh, you want to try that wake to rail gap? I wouldn't recommend it, man. uh, yeah, I wouldn't recommend it. If you really want to try it, I will not be involved. I apologize, but yeah, gotcha, Shane. Adam, what about a backside 180? Start off small, dude. Work on a couple like power slide backside 180s, and then a couple ollie backside 180s. The the uh, the big thing you want to concentrate on with a 180, the backside 180, is really getting your chest down and really kind of tugging that handle and making sure that you commit to the handle pass. That's really the hardest part. Getting aggressive with that handle and getting aggressive with passing it is really gonna help you out a lot. So, um, yeah, trial and error. Like when the boat starts to get up to speed, if you don't already, go from the inside out and jump the startup roller, and that's actually a really good way to learn how to do some backside 180s off the inside out on the startup roller. And then once you kind of figure those out, just do one wake backside 180s, just from the outside of the wake into the middle of the trough. Have the boat go real slow. Work on some of those. Really think about getting your chest down into the handcuff position. Handcuff position is exactly the position you'd think you'd be in if you were to get handcuffed. Your chest down, your hands behind your back. That's how it's going to look when you pass the handle. The more you have your chest down, um, the least or the least likely it's going to be that the boat will pull you over. So, Shane, I knew you were full of it from the second you started writing, buddy. What's the hardest part of a 360? Generally, the hardest part of a 360 is committing to the handle pass and actually to the spin at the same time. A lot of people will commit to the spin but not the handle pass, or some people will commit to the handle pass and not the spin, and that's never pretty. So, um, commit to the handle pass and the spin at the same time, and be aggressive with the handle. I can't tell people this enough. Like, if I went in the mentality that I have now back in the day, like just be aggressive with the handle when you're passing it. Just commit to the handle pass and just be strong with passing the handle. You'll be extremely surprised at how quick and how easy some of this stuff is. Get off the wake first, obviously. You can't do any spins without actually getting through the top of the wake and getting some height before you try the trick. So, uh, Shane again on the Jim Rich, and we just started watching. Nice. What up, Shane Bonifay? Apparently he's on right now. Uh, yeah. So anyway, um, yeah, just get some height before you commit to handle passes. That's the best way to say anything. All right, no idea. Wild Eyes Seattle Boat Show. I think Active Water Sports. I think that's who it is. I'll be with those guys at the Liquid Force section in the active booth. Mikey Marsh, you know how to do a Tootsie Roll, man. I don't need to tell you how to do a Tootsie Roll. Shane. Right on, dog. Shane, you're about to get called out, man. Real SB's on here now. Thanks, K Dog. Appreciate it, man. Thanks, Ross. See you later, man. Daniel Powers, what's up, dude? How you doing, man? Thanks, Wild Eyes. All right, guys. Thanks for jumping on tonight. Appreciate it. I'm gonna get off now and do some work. You guys have a good night. I'll be on next month, and yeah, keep you guys ear to the street for some Lyman days with a certain camp that is down here in Orlando. So everybody take it easy. Have a good night. I'm out. See ya.